Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have another Christmas card for you. I am using the Christmas Pines and Pretty Pine Thinlit dies to create this card. This is, I told you guys once before, is one of my favorite sets. There's so many images and sentiments in this set. I love it, and it's photopolymer, which is my favorite type of stamp. So I had some fun with the Merry Little Christmas Designer Series paper to do a little bit of layering there. And then I used the dies to create this. And then I also embossed with the copper embossing folder, or copper emboss powder on the basic black, which I just love. I think it's pretty. And then I took some of the Designer Series paper to cover up the flap on the envelope just to coordinate this. So that's a very easy trick to do to kind of finish it off. So let's go ahead and show you how I created this. For our card base, I am using a piece of Whisper White. This is the thick Whisper White, so it definitely has a heavier weight. It's great for card bases. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of Old Olive that is cut 4 by 5 1/4, or yes, yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of basic black that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I cut the Designer Series paper into 1/2-inch strips. I have two pieces here that are cut to 1/2 by 5. And then I have two that are cut 1/2 by 3 3/4. So we're going to lay those that way. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll start with our big shot and get that part done. Here is my big shot. I have my magnetic platform and my precision base plate in there. I have a piece of early Espresso cardstock, and I'm going to use my cone die here. And we can cut both of these at the same time. Grab my clear plate. We'll roll this through. Okay. Just take that out. And then we will do our 2 branches while we have this. I have a piece of the craft cardstock. So, in the holiday catalog, with that Merry Little Christmas Designer Series paper, we offered 12 by 12 paper, and one of the 12 by 12s, the combo packs, were craft, Old Olive, and just Old Olive and the craft. So this is the 12 by 12 cardstock Merry Little Christmas, and I just trimmed out a 2-inch piece so that I could cut my branches in this color. I thought that just looked very nice with this. So I'm going to cut 2 of those. Okay, let me get my die brush. Sometimes these little pieces just need a little bit of help to kind of pop out. There we go. Love that. Okay, so there is our one. We'll use that again for our pine cone. I'm going to run this through. I like to run the delicate pieces through twice, so I go forward and then back. That usually helps when you have lots of pieces to pop out. Get my big shot out of the way. Okay, so we're just going to carefully take that off. Grab that die brush again. We'll just go up and down here. Okay, there's my branches. Let me bring in that pine cone. We'll do the same here. This has all those little pieces. And those pop right out. Let me just make sure. I think I got, yeah, there they are. Alright, so then let me dump this. Alright, now we can go ahead and start to assemble. So I'll take those pieces away. Alright, so let's bring back in our card base. I'm going to go ahead and adhere my black to the old olive layer using my fast fuse. Whoops. That looks good. I guess I haven't had enough caffeine yet today. Need to get my tea going. Alright, so we will layer that up just like that. And I think I started with the horizontal pieces, so I think we'll do that again. I'm going to add some fast fuse to the back of this. And I gave myself a little border. I did want to still see the black. So I'm going to lay that down. Now we can go ahead and take our other piece. And you could weave these between each other if you'd like. That would be fine as well. I did not on my project, but totally could. Okay, so now I have our 5-inch pieces. I'll go ahead and do the same thing here. Love my fast fuse. Okay, I think I'm going to turn it this way. Just with the camera, I hope I get it pretty straight. It looks pretty good. Alright, we will go ahead and add this one. Okay. Looks good. Alright. So I'm also going to adhere my pine cones together. So I cut out the solid as well as the top, and I just want to give that a minute to dry. So I'm going to bring in my fine tip glue craft sheet here. Love this craft sheet. And we are going to add our glue. Whoops. So I'm kind of just going in the centers where it crosses. It's a little bit bigger spot. Just putting a little bit all over. That looks good. Close up your fine tip glue so you don't get it clogged. And we will layer this together. Okay, and then I'm going to take a block and just drop that on there. We're going to leave that to the side. We can go ahead now and do our embossing. Alright, so in this corner, I am going to take my Embossing Buddy, and I'm just going to rub that over. That removes the static. I have my Versamark ink here, and I'm using my dirty pad because it's black, and I'm embossing with the copper, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to stamp that about here. I'm just going to give that a nice press, clean that off. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper that I folded in half, my gold embossing powder, or copper, I'm sorry, copper embossing powder, putting that over. I'm going to shake that off. Beautiful. Looks great. Okay, now I can lift this up and put this right back into my container. Gorgeous. Alright, now I'm going to bring in my heat tool. I'm going to put it on the high setting, and we're going to go ahead and emboss. Copper on the black. So elegant. Let me give this a nice crease. I have it here, and then we can go ahead and finish it up. Get my bone folder. good. Love that. Love that. Okay. So we have our 2 pieces of our bows here, I guess we'll call them. And we are going to add some of our fine tip glue again. I'm going to go right up the spine, actually, of both of these. Hopefully that will be enough. I don't like to always adhere them all in every spot down. I like them to look loose and the branches to be able to move. So that's why I do that. I think we'll stick one there, and we'll stick one this way. Same thing, I'm going to grab a block, let that hold there a moment. I'm just going to add fast fuse to the pine cone. No need for the fine tip glue. And then we're going to just lay that over here, just like that. Okay, so we'll leave that set aside. Guys, I just decided that after finishing the card, I took my Wink of Stella and kind of went over the pine cone just to give it a little bit more sparkle and shine with the embossing. So just something extra if you wanted to do that and you have your clear Wink of Stella, you can just rub that over your pine cone. We can work on our envelope. So I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. This is 5 3/4 by 2 1/4. And then I'm just going to grab one of our medium Whisper white envelopes. Okay, and I'm going to add the fast fuse. Just a little bit kind of in the center versus the edge. And then we're going to line this up. Wow, I'm getting this stuff stuck. Note to self, have caffeine before you record. We're going to line that up, give that a press, okay? And then you can see here, I'm just going to trim this out with my scissors. Really, really that simple. And it really does, just that little extra touch makes such a difference on your project. So that completes our card for today. I love it. I think it's so festive, so pretty. Love the copper embossing. If you haven't tried embossing, it is so easy. Anybody can do it, believe me. All you need to be sure you have is the Versamark ink, and then choose one of your embossed colors for the powder, and then use our heat tool. And the Embossing Buddy is nice to have as well, just so that you can remove the static. As a beginner, you want to be sure, you know, you've cleaned that so you don't get embossing powder in places you don't want it. So as always, guys, I thank you so much for watching. I look forward to being back with you real soon. And you can find a full supply list in the description of the video. And you can order these products in my online store. And I will see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.